Good morning, guys. This is Danny at Partay. So I wanted to show you, I had to take my tablet. It had about 3% charge on it. I had to take the tablet to take a picture of my Lux reading on the wall over here in this corner. And that 959 is right in here. Okay, it drops off to about 800 here, about 700 in this area. Okay, but I wanted to show you the high end on that. And the point of this today is I was watching another one of the LUMINOUS videos, and he made a left-hand allusion at me using, he stated somebody, he wouldn't call me out personally, but he stated that I was using a high lumen ultra short throw projector sitting right up next to the wall. Folks, I've never had this sitting right up next to the wall. Okay, it's always set 13 inches from the screen, and I believe it's 16 inches down to get a 100-inch image. Okay, so, and you've seen full-scale images. I don't use postage stamp images like he used with his ultra short throw in his display. I do full-scale images. So to do that with this device, you have to have it set so far horizontally and vertically away from the screen. Okay, so I've got it set in that position now. Let me show you real quick. So there you go. Actually, right at 13 inches. And that's to produce essentially a 100-inch image. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you just how much he doesn't know about projection, because I constantly hear this, oh, that's a cakewalk. That's a cakewalk whenever you use ultra short throw projectors, because, you know, you can get an image off anything in any environment. And that's not true. And I'm going to prove that to you today. And I'm going to prove to you why long throws are more flexible when you're trying to get highly reflective images than ultra short throws are. Because I've seen out there in these circles, now in professional circles, people know this. Okay, this is not even something that is discounted. Ultra short throws give you a lot of flexibility in lifestyle. You don't have to worry about people walking in front of your projection image and putting shadows on the wall. You don't have to worry about all kinds of crazy cabling and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, there's trade-offs there too, just like with screens. Going from a white screen to a black screen, you have trade-offs. Well, you have trade-offs from a long throw to an ultra short throw. And I've talked about this before many times about the angle of reflectivity. You can't get more back, okay? You get what gets cast on to the surface, and that's what you see. You can't get more back unless you use something like a sawtooth screen, which are not cheap. You can get a sawtooth screen that will give you, you know, a higher reflectivity back, because what they do is they take that angle that's going this way and they push it back this way towards your eye. Okay, so that's the reason you use those microstructures in true ALR screens. And then the top part of that sawtooth keeps any ceiling light from coming down and washing out the screen. Doesn't really help so much against the side light, but it does help against ceiling light. I would also note that if you notice in his display, whenever he got his ultra short throw, guys, he set it right up against the wall. Just like that. Not back here, not back here. He set it right up against the wall. So, and gave you an image about this size. Okay, so that is not projection. Those are all gimmicks. And I don't know if he just thinks everybody out there is stupid, but at the end of the day, I'm going to prove to you. 2500 lumen long throw, old business projector, as a matter of fact, versus the Xiaomi in high lumen conditions. And I want to show you what you see. So this is setting approximately 10 feet away, just a little over, about 10 feet, 2 inches, something like that. So there you go. Full scale. See, I can shrink it down, but I won't, because that's not the way I like to play. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it real. So there you go. Full scale image. And you can see how bright that is, right? See how it deteriorates the image. So we would expect the long throw to do much better, or the short, ultra short throw to do much better. There you go. Now I'd also note, guys, on the Xiaomi, this is the landing page. you can adjust the brightness of the landing page. You can adjust the display brightness, and I can change it here now, but it won't change or make this any brighter. If I go into display and I push this into high, didn't do anything. Okay, now it will if you're watching a movie or if you're watching, another device, say like I use a NVIDIA Shield. It definitely, will impact the screen then, the image then. But on the landing page is what it is. Okay, so that's how it compares. So you're not getting anything more from this. Roughly I paid somewhere about $1,500 for the Xiaomi. Okay, and this one was actually a gift to me from someone so that I would have a long throw, because I work mostly with ultra short throws. I know them. I know how they behave. And I'm telling you guys, you're getting a lot of misinformation out there from folks who are trying to tell you that you can get much better, brighter images with an ultra short throw. You can, as long as you're in situations where you can control the ambient light. And they will do better to some degree against low lux. Like if you've got, 150 lux on the wall, they will do a little bit better in some rooms, especially if you got a lighter wall. But they'll also wash out much easier. And the reason they wash out, so you say, why will they wash out easier? The reason being is because on the long throw, you notice anytime you buy one, they tell you that you need to optimize the angle, right? It'll even tell you that in your marketing material you'll get with your long throw. So what they're trying to tell you is that if you ceiling mount it, you want to ceiling mount it at an angle to where it's going to come back and hit you in the audience's viewing angle, right? With an ultra short throw, I've stated this many, many times, you don't get that. Unless you use a sawtooth screen that's going to push it back to you, the reflectivity goes up here. So all you see is what's on the wall, and there's nothing coming back at you to fight against the ambient light that's hitting the surface. That's how they work. That is a reality. That is a fact. If you don't believe me, go out there and check other professionals. And I say professionals. Go out there to professionals, reviewers. Ask them questions. They'll tell you the same thing. Okay? So just be aware. I'm going to show you something here real quick again. Pause. Okay, this is our silver screen. This is a custom silver that I made. This is silver screen with the Xiaomi. See that? Doesn't really help much, right? It doesn't. Because you can't optimize it for the reflectivity because you don't have that with an ultra short throw. So hold on. I'm going to turn that one off, and we're not going to pause. I'm going to show you this real time. And now I'm going to go to the long throw. Do you see the difference? There you go. I can optimize a screen in all that light and all that lux. With 2500 lumens, I can still get back a fairly decent image in that kind of light environment with a silver screen. A very light silver screen. But I can do that because I can optimize the reflectivity to come back at me. I can get a 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 gain. I've gotten up to a 1.6 gain on these before. Okay, you're not going to do that with an ultra short throw. So you guys need to be aware of that. That's the reason I went after this guy, because the information he gives you, he tries to make it sound like projection is as simple as flipping on your TV. And brother, anybody out there who's looking for nice projection, home theater projection, it is not. And you know that. TVs are easy. TVs are basically looking for resolution, nits, you're looking for, contrast, things like that. And you buy the TV, you turn it on, it does, you configure it, it does what you want it to do every time you turn it on. Unless you have light coming in from a window that glares off of it, it's not really going to change, and it's always going to be the same. Projection takes more thought and planning and marrying between a projector and a screen to do it right. So you guys have that information in your pocket. Have a good day.